Hey, Divine Feminine. I need to speak from a place that's been weighing heavily on my heart for quite some time. Even though I'm not entirely certain you're ready to hear what I'm about to say, I realize that I owe you my honesty, no matter how difficult it may be to express or for you to receive. There's a truth I've been wrestling with, something that has cast a shadow over our connection, and I can't hold it in any longer. I know that speaking these words may change the way you see me, and maybe even how you feel about me. But I have to come clean because you deserve nothing less than the truth, no matter how painful or complicated. Here it is. Throughout the entirety of our connection, I was never fully present. That simple statement probably stings the most because I know you gave me your heart without hesitation, and you believed in me with a sincerity that not many people do. You saw something good, something worth nurturing, and you poured yourself into me. Yet, in spite of all your kindness and the depth of your emotions for me, I was carrying someone else in my heart. I know this is far from what you want to hear, but it's something that has been a thorn in my consciousness for as long as we've known each other. I must admit that I entered into this relationship, this sacred bond between us, unable to fully commit, even though you saw me as open, giving, and ready to love you the way you deserve. The reality was that another person had once meant the world to me, and they never truly left my heart or my thoughts. Their memory followed me like a lingering echo, reminding me of what once was, and of what I failed to properly let go. Every moment I spent with you was both sincere in its warmth and tainted by the reality that I wasn't genuinely able to give you 100% of myself. I carried that burden secretly, hoping time would wash it away and allow me to meet you wholeheartedly. It wasn't that I didn't appreciate the affection you offered, the laughter we shared, or the solace you brought me during my darker days. In fact, it was precisely because of your tenderness and empathy that I found a kind of refuge with you. You have this beautiful, comforting aura that draws people close, giving them the feeling of being truly seen. But that very gift of yours, your ability to see through facades and sense deeper truths, only made my hidden conflict more pronounced. I suspect you might have picked up on my internal struggle at times. Perhaps you sensed I was distracted, that there was a veil over my heart. Maybe you even caught glimpses of the hurt I tried so hard to bury. I know that you tried to get close to me. You opened yourself up, welcoming me into the most vulnerable parts of your being. You offered me not only your love, but also your understanding, your unwavering support, and your presence in my life. You were always there, ready to listen, to comfort, and to encourage me whenever I felt lost. You reminded me that I was worthy, that healing was possible, and that love could be rediscovered. The problem is that I wasn't prepared to receive such pure devotion. Somewhere inside me, I was still stuck in the past, carrying the ghost of a relationship I hadn't fully mourned or set free. Because of that, my intentions with you were never as clear or pure as they should have been. I sought closeness with you, believing, naively, I suppose, that throwing myself into a new relationship would help me forget the heartbreak that had left me bruised and broken. I hoped your love would somehow fill the gaping holes in my spirit, that it would silence the echoes of what I once shared with another person. But in truth, I was using you as a distraction from my unresolved pain. By the time I realized what I was doing, I had already crossed lines that left you vulnerable, exposed, and entangled in my inner turmoil. None of what happened was ever your fault. You did absolutely nothing to deserve the confusion and emotional distance I inflicted upon you. You were consistently gentle, thoughtful, and patient. You did your best to support me, to nurture this connection with sincerity. If anything, you were more loving than I could handle. I should have stepped back, confronted my past, and healed those old wounds before ever sharing space with you. Instead, I rushed toward you in a desperate bid to escape the memory of someone else, to avoid the pain I still carried. Whenever we grew close or shared intimate moments, my heart would falter in ways I couldn't quite articulate. I thought I could push aside my feelings for that other person, but they lingered beneath the surface, like a current pulling me under. No matter how sincerely I tried to focus on you, I was never fully free. The guilt of realizing that I was shortchanging you of the complete, unconditional love you deserved started to eat away at me. While you thought we were building something real and enduring, I knew I was withholding a significant part of my heart, never letting you in completely. I see now that by failing to heal properly, I unintentionally caused you harm. As much as I might have wanted to bury the past, those old emotions became a ticking time bomb, silently sabotaging any chance we had at genuine growth. You became caught in a situation you never signed up for. You were simply following your heart, hoping that we were on the same page, longing for an authentic and shared future. Yet I wasn't equipped to stand on that same page with you, because a piece of me was still anchored in a different chapter altogether, one that should have been closed before I ever opened myself up to you. There's no excuse for the pain you've been through, the doubts you must have carried, or the questions you have likely asked yourself. Am I not enough? Why do I feel him slipping away? You were more than enough. And that's precisely why I feel this immense sense of regret now. You offered me a safe haven when I was at my most vulnerable, but I tarnished that sanctuary by dragging my old heartbreak along. Instead of seeking the help I needed, be it through self-reflection, honest communication, or personal healing, I latched onto you and hoped that you could serve as an antidote to my pain. In doing so, I cheated you of the open, self-aware love you deserved. I cannot continue carrying this guilt. It weighs too heavily, and it's unfair for me to pretend that everything was fine when it was anything but. Perhaps sharing this now comes too late for us, but I wanted you to know that my behavior was never a reflection of your worth or of any deficiency in you. Rather, it was a testament to my inability to handle my own unresolved emotions. You were caught in the storm of my unprocessed hurt, and for that, I am deeply sorry. I understand if you feel betrayed, used, or deeply wounded by this confession. I understand if your trust in me has been irreparably shattered. I realize, too, that you might need distance or time to heal, to process everything I've just revealed. It may even be that you decide you want nothing more to do with me, and while that possibility breaks my heart, I have to accept responsibility for my actions. If my confession allows you the clarity to move forward on your own, unburdened by my lingering baggage, then at least I can find solace in knowing I have been honest with you at last. I also want to acknowledge that I may never fully understand the depth of the hurt I've caused you. Each person processes pain differently, and I cannot presume to know every thought or emotion going through your mind. But please believe me when I say that if I could do it all again, I would come to you with a clean slate, my heart fully in the present, unencumbered by old memories. You deserved nothing less than my whole heart and my unbroken spirit. As I reflect on our shared moments, I wish I had taken the time to confront my past before we began. It might have made all the difference. Perhaps we could have built something genuine, something lasting, if only I had done my inner work. Instead, I tried to outrun my trauma by running into your arms, failing to realize that real healing doesn't come from outside sources. It comes from the painstaking process of looking inward, acknowledging our wounds, and tending to them with honesty and compassion. So here I am, laying everything out in the open. My intention is not to ask for your forgiveness, although I would cherish it if you ever decide to grant it. I know forgiveness is an intensely personal journey, and that I have no entitlement to it. But you do deserve the truth. You deserve an apology that resonates with the weight of my regrets and the sincerity of my remorse. Above all, you deserve your own freedom from the confusion and sorrow my actions may have caused. Please know that in my own way, I truly did value our time together. You made me realize the magnitude of love's power and also the damage that unhealed hurt can wield when it remains hidden. If there is any good that has come of this, it's that I've come to see the importance of true inner healing and of loving someone else only when I'm truly whole enough to do so. I need to work through my past so that I never again make someone feel like they're standing in the shadow of another person I haven't let go of. I hope in time your heart will mend and that you'll find someone who can meet you with the same open spirit you shared with me, someone who can match your depth, your radiance, and your unwavering devotion. If you ever need a listening ear or a heartfelt conversation, I will be here, albeit from a humble distance, offering any support I can give. For now, though, I relinquish you from the burden of my unsorted past. My prayer is that this honest confession helps you find clarity and peace in your own journey, and that you recognize the remarkable light you carry within. Thank you for taking the time to read this, for holding space for my truth, however hurtful it might be to hear. You will always be someone who touched my heart in a profound way, even if I wasn't prepared to honor that in the manner you deserve. Please, never doubt how special and worthy of genuine love you are. If I failed to show it properly, that shortcoming is my own. The fault is mine and mine alone. Wherever life takes us next, I will forever hold a sense of gratitude for the lessons you've taught me, lessons about honesty, emotional readiness, and the absolute necessity of healing from the past before trying to embrace the future. With all the sincerity I can offer, your name,